But one stock which got punished yesterday was MindTree, and that's not more because of the numbers, quarterly earnings, but because of apprehensions of MindTree getting into the IT products business. Krishna Kumar Natarajan of MindTree joins in now to clarify on some of those concerns which have surfaced. Krishna, morning. Thanks for joining in. The market's not happy with the fact that you're getting into the mobile product space. It believes it's a high-risk category, and from the services end to get into the products business might actually make MindTree a much higher-risk company. What do you have to say about that?
What I should clarify is we have always been in the product engineering services. If you look at MindTree's business, it has two major parts of it. One is the IT services, where we build applications for large Fortune 500 enterprises, and then the product engineering services, where we've always built products. So we understand the need, the architecture, as well as the technical capability to build products. It's our own vision that the whole area of mobility is going to be substantively important in the future, and we do see convergence of devices in the mobility space, which is really the space which we are playing and wanting to make an impact with, where again we are not getting into the branded mobile handset market. The business which MindTree is targeting is really the ready-to-brand high-end 3G smartphones, which will really bring in unique factors, unique differentiators, which will suffice the needs of a discerning user. And the market will be built through ready-to-brand phones, and we do think there's an opportunity there, and that's the reason why we see this as a big opportunity. And again, just to give you a context, I think we've always been technology players who've done businesses. If you look at our own area or expertise in the whole area of short-range wireless, we are one of the top 3 licensing vendors for Bluetooth-related technologies, which again, in one way, if you look at, could be considered as a risky space. But today, if you see, a lot of our Bluetooth technology goes into headsets, it goes into computers, it goes into high-end mobile phones. So this is not a space which is new or an entirely new diversification. This is something which we understand. We have phenomenal capabilities. The team which is building these mobile handsets has already had the experience of shipping out over 40 million mobile handsets to developed markets like US and Europe. So to that extent, we are very confident based on what we have had initial interactions with the target market, that there is a white space available for such a product, and certainly we will get more comfort on that over the next 3 to 4 months when we engage more closely with prospective customers.
Some news just coming in on Fortis. Apparently the promoters are looking to convert nearly 9 crore warrants, but the price has been set at 153 to a share. That's quite a bit lower compared to where the stock is trading at right now. Fortis has been relatively active today, but watch out for that one. Krishna, morning. I think what people are struggling with is trying to understand or quantify what the size of the opportunity is here that you're talking about. Could you add some more details to that?
See, again, the market is huge. I wouldn't readily have the numbers in terms of what is the size of the market in the whole high-end smartphones. Obviously, it's going to be several billions of dollars. But the key factor, like I again stressed, is that we are in the market for ready-to-brand phones. So our specific target customers would be operators who are wanting to pick up a high-feature smartphone, brand it in their own, and take it to their consumers. We would have other OEM vendors who pick up the phones, brand it on their own, OEMs which are largely distribution intensive. Other mobile handset vendors itself could be a possible customer because they would take these products to fill in certain gaps in their products. So the market sizes vary in line with each one of these target segments. But if you look at a very high level view, it is a huge market which will run into several billions of dollars. And even at what one would call maybe single-digit market share, it will be a substantive business for us.
Just to go back to the original point though, Krishna, the problem here is that you are seen as being an IT services company. History has not been on the side of IT product stories. Would you define the expansion you've gone into as some kind of calculated risk you've taken?
Let me sort of give you a correct context of MindTree. Today, if you take MindTree's revenue, IT services is 55% of our revenues and product engineering services is 45% of our revenues. So it is a very well-balanced, de-risked portfolio of business when you look at the business of MindTree itself. Now, within the product engineering business, I talked about certain product platforms which are built like the Bluetooth silicon and IP which are built, which are licensed to other vendors. If you take the IP-related business in the product engineering services, now it's about 5 to 6% of our revenues. What we do see going forward is that intellectual property-led businesses will continue to grow in our product engineering business. And in our vision to be a $1 billion company, we anticipate that business which is driven by intellectual property, which is driven by product platforms, would be at least 20 to 25% of our product engineering business.
So if your product bet does go right, what kind of growth can we look forward to for the MindTree business as a whole?
See, if you have seen our thing, we have discontinued the thing of giving a guidance. So at this point in time, I won't be able to tell you what sort of a growth number we can anticipate. But certainly, I think as we get closer to what we see as being to the market, I think we'll be able to provide a lot more qualitative information on how we see the thing. But overall, I do see FY11 being very, very strong in terms of demand. If you look at our organic business, which is the service business, we see very strong traction there in both IT services as well as our product engineering services business. So I would believe that on our organic business, we have strong growth momentum. On our product engineering business, where again I want to stress that is not an area which is entirely new for us. We have been there, we have demonstrated success, we have been there, done it. Yes, we are taking a larger size bet, which at this point in time we feel confident it will work out. And obviously you have to wait for the market to, in a sense, give its first indications of what is going to be the size of that upside.
Thanks very much for joining in. That's MindTree clarifying on some of the issues which dragged the stock down 10-11% yesterday. It's entry into the mobile products space, now up 3% at 592.